Aloha, this is your mean squirrel, here with a quick disclaimer. This podcast contains explicit content and parental discretion is advised. So no bitching if you fucking get offended by anything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Squirrel Tangent. I'm intentionally not looking at the Squirrel Girl or Dark Squirrel because they're going to make faces and try to get me distracted and laugh. I want to thank Chris and Leo, our patrons. Every single episode, I'm going to give a quick shout out to them because they are on our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/thesquirreltangent. And they are on the top tier with that winter stash level of Patreon support. So I got to give a shout out to them every single time. Please enjoy the episode and have a great night. Aloha. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for episode number 2, recording from the Rio.
And Josh is getting down to Whitney Houston.
How do I know? That's Whitney Houston.
You are not allowed to sing Whitney Houston. Well, you shouldn't be allowed to sing in the first place, but it's fun to do karaoke.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, I commit to my karaoke. I commit, and I think I should be able to sing your Michael McDonald's and your. Well, we got to go again because I'm working on my Tom Petty.
Oh, we go again, and I'm gonna record. We're gonna get recordings of all three of us.
Yeah, we got to do that on location. That's
On
our next.
location.
Where were we the other day and freaking Michael McDonald came on? We're like, oh, it's Josh.
Oh, that was last week when we went to Ross's or something like that?
I think so. We were in Ross.
I planned it. I called and I said, I keep forgetting.
And it was that freaking song.
Oh, God. And so at the beginning of every episode, though, we have to start off with, huh? Let me see if I can actually get it up here.
Well, you having trouble getting it up, are you?
Oh, no. And well, this might give you a problem getting it up.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
So this is a statue, I guess.
No, that's a dude's costume.
That's a dude's costume of penises.
Dude walked out of the house like that.
Like a.
Now that looks like a venereal disease too.
It really does. I think these are meant to be sexy, but they're just not.
2 episodes. How is that ever meant to be sexy?
I mean, when
the
you're
dude's
going,
head is in the shape of a penis,
and he's got dicks everywhere.
Ball sacks for his chin.
He's a ball-chinian.
He's a ball-chinian, but then he's got
accomplish?
nut sacks over his whole body.
He's a ball-chinian.
Again, what are you trying to accomplish right now?
Ball armian, ball chestian, ball. I mean,
he has dick for feet.
Yeah, he's got dick for feet.
But it looks like chicken feet. Look.
And then I'm spotting his hand is on one of them.
And you know
what would be bad if he had like the whole thing lined with tubing and like he could squirt shit out.
Oh God.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Just stand there and like be like a water fountain.
I think if it was
Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally found a man who could please 100 women at once.
100 women, yeah. I don't know how the positions would
You know
work,
what, though? I want to know if it's like just in the front or if it's in the back, too. Because if he sits down, he's going to sit down on some dick.
Nah.
That doesn't sound particularly
pleasurable.
No. I mean, at least not for a guy. I mean, I'm not into pegging. I don't know about you, Josh.
And was he lubed?
I could do without it.
Was he lubey?
Okay, so now we got the term lubing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we didn't tell you.
Brandy.
Go
ahead.
Greg was talking about now that he noticed that he lost all this weight and he doesn't sweat as much as he did before, that he doesn't have all this natural moisture in his skin, and he's noticing that his skin is starting to get dry. And I was telling him that, I always buy you all these lotions.
Yeah.
I even bought you the Nivea lotion that you can put in the shower. But back then you're like, no, I'm naturally lubey. I couldn't remember what he said before. I said, no, I'm naturally lubey. I don't need no.
Naturally lubey.
But that wasn't what he said, and then I remembered later what he said. That he said it's even a worse word. He said he was naturally moist.
Oh,
but then he thought it was hilarious that he said, "Where the hell did you come up with naturally lubey?"
No, he's a good friend to have, because you just be out like, fuck, I forgot some lube. Can you just rub Greg on her real quick, and we'll get. Just rub Greg on.
Just rub the top of Greg's head.
Rub the top of Greg.
So guys that listen, if you ever have an issue getting your girl wet, just call me. I'll help.
Coach. Oh man.
I'm good at
1-800 get lubey.
I think after our first episode, I remember thinking, hey, we're not really going to get worse than this. It's going to tone down. No, it's only getting worse, and I'm impressed.
I mean, our last episode we got to talking about cannibalism.
Yes,
this episode
we
we're
did.
talking
Yes,
about
we did.
getting women
Naturally
wet.
lubey.
Yeah, naturally lubey. So.
Naturally lubey.
So NPR, this is
and
not.
Then what we were talking about the other day,
Frequently mishear things that I say?
No. What I said, you'll get it once I start talking about it. I am going through premenopause. Or perimenopause, whatever the doctors call it. And I am going through this at a younger than usual age.
Because she's 21.
Because because my body is screwed up. But anyways,
of course,
we were
no
talking,
sound this whole time.
Sound
this whole time.
So we were talking
and there's a dog in the background.
We were talking about how, when women go through menopause, they tend to have issues getting naturally lubey.
Naturally lubey.
So
that's why you have to hook up with him.
I made the joke of, it'll just be like powdered lube. It'll just be this fucking dust storm from out of nowhere. And he made the joke, all of a sudden we'll get those emergency weather alerts on our phone about dust storms, and it'll be because of me.
Oh God! You get a woman that squirts, and instead of squirt, now it would be dust.
No, it's a fucking poof. Thank you for telling the world that I was.
She's pre-cremating. It's just like.
I know, it's the cremation society.
Oh yeah, it's the cremation. That's why they sent it to you.
My insides are just like ashing themselves out.
They're like, you come in silk, so like, what do you want us to do for you? Like,
I can just spontaneously.
Well, then there's always me who's naturally lubey, so I can take care of all that.
I'll just spontaneously combust.
Yeah. And we'll see, and then I'm really.
I'll get so excited, I'll just poof into a big pile of dust.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what George Lucas is going to do with your pre-menopause trilogy. That's just what I'm waiting for. Before you become, I want to see how you become Darth Vader. Yeah, how you become Darth Vader.
I'll be Dust Vader.
Dust Vader.
Dust Vader. Oh God.
We're all breathing through. We're all gonna need masks. That's why you need a mask.
I'll be the Dust Lord. The Dark Dust Lord.
Dusty.
Compared to the power.
Feel the power of the Dust Lord.
People come around me, they all got Swiffers. And hand vax. Sit on on your couch, stand up, there'll be like a fucking pile of dust.
Dust bunnies is no longer my issue.
I know. Oh, if my dust starts bouncing around, that's oh man. If they start forming into things, I can make dust castles. Not a fucking sand castle. I'll just make veg dust castles.
Dust castles in the sky.
Oh yes. Oh my Lord.
Oh my God. Oh, now that my ribs hurt. Oh, jeez.
I really think that is. Oh my God.
Oh man. Oh, and by the way, there is actually some bonus material up on our Patreon page, and for our top tier subscribers, you get access to that bonus material, which will be including our Squirrel Girl's first taste of a tamale. She'd never had a tamale before, so you can hear that if you become a subscriber on our Patreon page at the top tier.
And we are your dancing monkeys. Remember, tell us what you want. So
Tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what you want.
I wanna make a dust castle in the middle of your yard.
If you want some
Are
content.
we the Spice Squirrels now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
the
we're
Spice-
the Spice Squirrels.
I'm the dust squirrels.
Which one are you?
I'm Dusty Spice.
Dusty Spice.
I'll be scared. I'll be scary squirrel. Okay.
Scary squirrel. Moist squirrel.
Moist squirrel.
Oh, moist. Looby squirrel.
Slip sliding away.
Looby
Paul
squirrel.
Seaman right there.
Oh
my
God,
God.
that's just.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
Oh.
It's all bad.
Oh man. So in our when we were recording the episode before this, we actually had to kind of move areas because all of a sudden they started, technically they started talking to us because I had to spray my Bath and Body Works spray because Greg was farting lethal toxic gas.
Storm, man.
And I can smell a fucking ant fart in China.
Yeah.
So, I know his flavor because it's always in the house. So I sprayed my Bath and Body Works stress relief eucalyptus spearmint spray, and the people next to us are like, "Ooh, what's that smell?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I hope they're not talking about
And
his
if Bath
fart."
and Body Works wants to sponsor us, hey,
Oh, absolutely.
we'll attest to the fact that it works.
I don't know that they're gonna want to
Because they-
sponsor us based on the previous, based on what we have so far. But you never know. Maybe they're going raunchy.
Hey,
I think
if
Spencer's.
it can cover a toxic gas fart,
Yeah,
Atomic farts, man. I got them
Atomic-
covered.
I think Spencer's wants us desperately.
oh God, Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, if you're in. What's a
We'll
toxic
take
gas?
sponsorship from
Yeah,
anybody.
From anybody, man.
We will.
You know
Oh,
what I
man.
said his farts is like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Remember when they went to the castle to go dig him up and that green mist
Yeah.
just like comes out? And when he's in his room, I swear it fucking comes out like green funk and comes right into my
You can
room.
see it coming out of the
I can
door.
see it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can hear him because, he sleeps naked so the shit is unfiltered so
Yeah.
I can hear the ass cheeks flapping at the same time.
Yeah.
The So
That's just.
that was too much information.
The
and now,
reverberations of the.
yeah.
Okay.
And now it's to the point that whenever he farts, Ma Petite will make the mad dash because she knows we're gonna spray.
Oh wow.
Actually, even talking about a little bit of sponsorship here, it's not something that's necessarily sponsoring us, but this is a friend of mine from work. She actually drives a city bus, but she's starting she's got her own little Etsy page, and she makes candles and like ornaments and stuff. And she gave me one of her candles. They're soy candles.
Yeah, soy candles burn slower.
Yeah, like this one
So
little
it lasts
candle
longer?
lasts for fucking hours.
Mm.
And
They're like the Gregory of candles.
yeah.
They make you moist.
They make you moist and they last forever. So
But I got the blueberry cheesecake one from her. She gave me a
cheesecake.
blueberry cheesecake.
And you would think you wouldn't want a candle that smelled cheesy.
No, I was actually just about to complain about this. Why the fuck do we have to live our desserts vicariously through our candles?
You know what candle is really bad with that? The hot cocoa and cream from Bath and Body Works. It makes you want to eat brownies.
I hate the sugar
all
cookies.
the
Like,
damn
just
time.
if it's gonna smell like sugar cookies, you better be giving me some sugar cookies. I shouldn't be smelling sugar cookies while I'm taking a crap. Like, oh, I want some sugar cookies now. But you should promote her.
Yeah, I will. I absolutely will, because I tried out the blueberry cheesecake one. It smells fantastic. I really want to try out the coffee one that she's got. But if you want to look her up on Etsy, it's Shop Tiffany's US on Etsy. And that's all one word. Shop Tiffany TIFFANYS US on Etsy.com. But it's good stuff. Good stuff. Absolutely worth checking out. So that's my one little bit of advertisement for a local friend of mine. I did say I was going to bring her up and talk about it because it's worth talking about. But yeah.
Hey, and you're getting us in the ground floor, guys. So you're.
Yeah. So give her some business and maybe she'll be able to grow and do more flavors.
You can grow with this empire.
So, but anyway, we can go back to
Dick Man?
Go back to Dick Man.
Dick Man.
But this is our. Let's see if this page will load up.
I don't know. For some reason, Wi-Fi in casinos are really bad.
It's always really crappy.
And the mugshot is again.
Our Florida story.
Well, and Broda is like throwing a shaka.
Guys, we have to remember that we are we have to remember that we are doing a podcast at a certain point. We got to give him the title.
He looks like Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, but as a human. And his eyes are like not even half masked. They're like three-quarters closed. He is like 15 sheets to the wind.
Florida man arrested for launching filled diapers from catapult at moving cars. What were they filled with in this?
Doo-doo.
I'm gonna guess it's doo-doo, and maybe unless he raided bathrooms where kids had
or adult diapers.
Just based on the premise of this story, I don't want to take anything for granted. He's shooting diapers. I need to.
And catapulting it with what? Like does he have
a homemade catapult?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Turds and pee.
Catapult he built in his garage. Yeah.
So this is a local Florida man.
And guys talking about, I was driving my car to the office this cool morning when all of a sudden a diaper exploded over my windshield.
You know what that reminds me of? What is that movie? The Sweetest Thing? When she threw the rotten Chinese food out the window in the tinfoil swan and it came back and exploded on their window.
Yeah, it almost caused accidents. And
one of the women says it was quite a sight to see.
Homemade catapult could launch the diapers more than 70 miles per hour.
Listen to the police.
Dude, he made a good catapult.
70 miles.
Look at this police quote. The catapult was quite the ingenious contraption. Wow. Praise from the police.
I've never seen a weapon like that in my entire 30 years on the police force.
Well, they were impressed.
They gotta give credit. Wouldn't you be? If you made a catapult that could launch a fucking loaded diaper from one end of this hallway at the Rio all the way to the other end.
You have that capability and yet you choose to load diapers. It's humans are so weird. I feel like we are broken. We are just broken.
Well, look at dude's picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go back to the picture. It looks like he's making that symbol like call me.
Was this acid or was this?
You know, it's either a shaka or call me how to make a doo-doo diaper catapult.
Call me. I'll help you on your doo-doo diaper catapult.
What drug did homeboy get caught up in?
Dude,
Oh, and
that's...
please don't share because I don't want to be launching freaking doo-doo diapers. In cars. Or maybe I do. I don't know.
Maybe I do.
I can think of a few people I'd like to launch a doo-doo diaper at.
Oh, God.
He faces life in prison.
Face life in prison.
Well, I'm sure
you
he's
go
gonna...
to prison and people ask you, why are you here? Doo-doo diapers.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
He's going to fix the system at the same time that he
Dude, he'll probably
release the
blow
sewage.
up the toilet.
Blow up the toilet, but then they're like, wow, what an ingenious contraption.
And it'll be like Shawshank Redemption.
Right, yeah.
He'll like escape through the fucking sewer system.
He's somehow going to find a way to blow up the toilet.
Because he's apparently not afraid of shit.
Yeah.
Right, and fairly intelligent, so,
Yeah,
you know.
he's going to find a way just to take toothpaste and like a toothbrush, and that's a bomb.
There it is.
That much of a genius.
Just like the lady who blew up in the porta potty.
He probably blew her up.
Maybe. Or maybe that's where he got a shit supply.
Methane.
She died.
Can you imagine if they actually blew up when they made contact?
Oh, God.
That would be like for real shit bombs.
Oh, God.
Not like just putting them in a bag and lighting it on somebody's doorstep.
Damn.
That would be like catapulting flaming shit bombs. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine the smell alone?
Oh.
From these last two Florida stories, by the way, I'm getting the idea that Florida's like
Florida's a shitty place to
1800s
live.
England. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is in the water?
Like they're just pouring shit out the side of the window, like in the
And it's in the
troughs or something.
street.
Yeah, it's in the street. Like, what is happening?
You know, Black Plague will start. Fuck.
God. Florida Georgia line, that's shitty enough. I guess that.
I don't know anything about that group or whatever they are, the Florida Georgia line. I'm not a country
you're
person.
Not missing out.
And I gather that they're country.
This is like country in the lamest form. It's like in the country
It's like
populace.
intentional country crossover.
It's pop
Intentional country crossover, and it's just a fucking atrocity in every way, shape, or form.
And I've heard tracks in country that did make the crossover, but it wasn't made to crossover. It just happened to be just rock enough, just country enough.
This is just some pandering, like.
Right, but no, I'm not up for the intentional country crossover. We'll save the only in Vegas for a little bit later in the episode. But yeah, we're
So can't you continue?
and yeah, we're continuing this here because we just saw what can only be described as the Vegas walk. Women that don't know how to walk in heels.
And it's actually, there's videos on YouTube. There's people who have made songs about it and parodies about the Vegas walk. Women, when you come to Vegas, don't buy brand new shoes that you have never worn out and decide to wear them here. Because a majority of the place is carpeted, and it's already hard to walk in heels on carpet to begin with. And then when you get here, the heels are too freaking high, and you don't realize how far you have to walk in these casinos. They're not small, and it's not like you can walk from one casino to the next because it's far. And going from the club to where you're gonna catch your Uber or wherever the hell you're staying, it's far. You end up taking off and then when you're drunk, you look even more stupid because you're already wobbling to begin with, and then your freaking legs look like freaking rubber bands, and you look like hot fucking messes. And then you start doing, before you're even drinking, you're already starting with the Vegas walk. And the Vegas walk is, you don't know how to walk in the heels, so you're walking on your tippy toes like you've got a giant cucumber stuck up your ass. And that is
not just a cucumber, a giant cucumber.
Or one of them long Japanese eggplants.
It's not even a broomstick. It's a big one. Like you've got a big giant.
Or you're
doo-doo.
trying to hold one of those jade eggs in your cooch.
Or you're trying to hold a fart.
No, because that would have helped their auras, so they'd be able to walk.
Yeah.
They'd
or
be
like
so
if
well,
you're
man.
squeezing your ass cheeks together because you're trying to hold in a fart, and that walk is not sexy.
Yeah.
And then you guys decide to wear dresses that you would never wear at home, and you wear them here. And so now you've got this dress that is falling off of you, and you look like a fucking hot mess because you've been sweating in the damn club, and your mascara and your makeup look like you've been being boned face down, ass up. And it's your makeup is all over
again,
the place.
it's Vegas, so it's actually
That's the way
very
we like
possible that was the actual case.
It could
Now,
be.
whether it was an eggplant or a cucumber, we will never know.
But there is the Vegas walk, and
then you
can
get pictures-
see it.
then you
and
get
then all of a
pictures
sudden
that-
they take off their shoes, and you don't know what's been on these floors. People puke, piss, spit.
Yeah.
You know,
Ladies,
and
if
they're
you're gonna
walking on the
tour
floors,
around
and then
Vegas-
and then they fall down, and then some of them don't wear underwear, and you see their fucking nasty ass coochie, sweaty, their nasty sweaty coochie from the whole night, and it's just not attractive. You don't act that way at home, so why the fuck you gonna act? You know, the whole what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Honey, I am sorry, not in this technology day and age where everyone has a fucking phone with a video camera. What happens in Vegas gets recorded.
What happens in Vegas
And
stays in
goes
Vegas.
viral.
And on YouTube, and on Facebook,
Exactly.
and on Twitter, and on Snapchat, and on the Squirrel Tangent.
Oh,
and-
especially the squirrel tank. And that is what you should give a fuck about. That is what you should care about.
Yes, we will put you on blast on the Squirrel Tangent if we catch you doing
and trust
stupid.
me, we are going to be on location again, people.
it's
You
gonna
never
be-
know where we're going to be.
Because this is
Thi-
just, it's too fun.
This isn't terrestrial radio too. We're not going to warn you. Oh, yeah, we're going to be up at
Because we don't want people coming up.
No, hell no. We're not going to warn you. We're going up to this auto shop and we're giving away fucking hot dogs and hamburgers. Come hang out with us. No, don't come hang out with us.
No.
We're just going to sit here and talk shit about you.
You know.
If we
You
happen
want to
be
come rub
someplace-
Greg's moist
Yeah,
head?
right, yeah.
If you happen to be someplace where we're at and you recognize one of the three of us,
Then,
Which,
hi.
mind you, that's why I never wanted to put a picture.
yeah, well,
yeah, well, it
see,
needs to
and
be
I
a
wouldn't even
picture.
encourage you to say hi. What the fuck makes you think we want to talk to you? We're in the middle of recording.
Well, fully expect that if you come up and say hi, we're going to talk shit about you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah.
so, you
Don't
know-
know, as long
I
as you know
mean,
they go in.
if you deserve to be talked shit about,
As you know they
This
go
is
in.
true. This is true.
if
you're
you're
cool about it,
you're cool. But
Good.
you
Disclaimer.
might get
don't-
edited out. But
if you bring fuckery to me, I will bring fuckery to you.
Disclaimer, I actually really like being social. I just have to warn you guys. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to get fuckery thrown at
It's
you.
not like we're antisocial, but if you're gonna bring fuckery to
Yeah.
me, I will bring fuckery to you.
Yeah.
we like fuckery. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
you might not like it back. Yeah.
Yeah, especially from my case. I am not one of your girly girls that is gonna grab you by the hair and yell at you, let go of my hair, let go of my hair, let go of my hair. No, bitch, no.
Well, you might grab the hair. It's just
Yeah.
while you're grabbing the hair, your face would get punched.
No,
Yeah.
while grabbing her hair, she would kiss my knee.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a brother who's 6 years older than me who tortured the crap out of me.
Well, what was it? Isn't there a term that they used to use back home in Hawaii for when you knew the fight was going to happen? Because like the earrings would come off, the hair would go up in that wrapped up
Oh,
bun in
dude,
like
that
2.2
is
seconds.
that is straight up to the action.
No, you gotta explain Tita.
Well, a titty is not exactly ratchet. I mean, there are ones that are ratchet,
Yeah.
but a tita is just a local girl who we don't take bullshit. I mean, we can be a lady, but if you're gonna piss us off, you're not gonna be a happy squirrel.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's ones that are like that on a date, just day-to-day basis.
Yeah. And it's kind of like that phrase that, you know, they use in mainland America all the time, zero to bitch in 0.6 seconds. It's 0 to titta in 0.6 seconds. You know, you say the wrong thing or you offend somebody.
I mean, the fastest I've ever seen was no names.
Okay, but nobody knows who that is.
The fastest was the one that was with the one on the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
That was 3 seconds. 1 second was earrings, the other second was shoes, and the third second was the hair. And that girl got her ass beat down.
And the shoes came off and flew across the room.
No. This was outside. This is a different complete.
Oh.
You weren't around.
You weren't
where
the
around
shoe
yet.
almost hit somebody.
That was, and the girl that was talking shit to her, and the shoe went flying out of nowhere.
So what was the context for this?
That fight?
Just describe a beef to me. I want to feel like I was there.
I mean, this girl who worked at the Ratchet I didn't finish the story over there. She worked at this ratchet ass strip club, and she started talking shit to our friend. And our friend was like, "You need to shut the fuck up. This is not the place. Shut the fuck up. Don't make me get up. Shut your fucking mouth." And then she wouldn't shut up. She was pointing her fucking long acrylic nail at her. And the next thing we knew, we saw her, the arm go down. And the next thing was this big, giant platform shoe. Bam! Right across this girl's face. And then the right hook. And then she threw the other shoe, which tended to miss her, and broke a big glass container of lychee infused vodka.
Oh man, yeah, she got 86 from that bar for that fight,
but she knew the owner, so she wasn't 86 for long.
Yeah,
the owner just was like, learn to throw.
Yeah, we kind of stayed inside because it moved outside, so I'm like, we'll just stay in here until all of that shit clears up. Because at that time we didn't live far. We lived like right across the street, literally 3 minutes away.
Yeah,
so
we
can wait. Like we can wait. Like if we got drunk, we could just roll down the hill and end up at our apartment building.
Yeah. And really, it was roll down the hill because the parking lot for that thing was. It like you didn't want to try driving up into this parking lot with a stick shift car because it was just,
it was like
I would say at least a 30-degree angle. It was fucking,
it went from flat to that.
Yeah, it was kind of a scary parking lot to get into, and if you let off the gas for even half a second, your car was going backwards.
I mean, and like my 0 to Titta came out. You weren't with us. We were walking down the strip.
Oh yeah.
And this bunch of fucking kids, I'll call them kids, they were college kids. The girlfriend was fighting with the boyfriend, and it was one of those overpasses to another.
Yeah.
Dude, blow that shit up. But one of those overpasses to one to the other. So we're walking, and she's fighting, and they're like we're walking here. We pass the big group where they're the girl is yelling and whatnot, and the guy was up there. So we're passing while we're like maybe fucking 10-15 feet away. The guy is like maybe 10 feet in front of us, so that's like a 20-foot.
Yeah.
She had the metal Bud Light can.
Yeah.
The one that looks like the bottle.
Yeah.
She threw the fucking thing and it whizzed past my fucking head.
Ooh.
And I like literally, and it fell in, it didn't get to him, but it fell maybe 5 feet in front of me. I turned around, just this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I was just chilling and walking and whatnot. I turned around. I said, I'm like, just puffy chest. I turned into a dude. And I turned around, I said, who the fuck just threw that shit? I mean, just total titter action, just the pigeon everything came on. I said, who the fuck just threw that shit? I said, you fucking turn ass bitch. Did you just throw that fucking shit? That shit just whizzed by my head. I looked at him, I said, you gotta control your fucking cunt ass bitch over here because that damn bear just whizzed past my motherfucking head. And if that fucking thing hit me, I will pick her fucking bony ass up and throw her off this fucking bridge. And then you can go scrape your girlfriend off the fucking pavement.
I feel like he might have helped you at that point. I think he needed some...
he was scared to death. Because, I mean, even people around was like, oh, this chick is going off.
No. And Brandy is not a person you want to piss off. She's a little tiny package of fucking dynamite. Yeah. You know, you light that fuse and there's a big boom.
So the group of girls, I said, you better get her the fuck out of here and out of my motherfucking face, because I ain't going to jail for you fucking stupid cunts that come here on fucking vacation and don't know how to fucking act. I said, your parents would be embarrassed. I said, get the fuck out of my face.
Talking about this.
I said, I'm probably
like waving her hand.
I'm
probably old enough to be a fucking parent. Get the fuck out of my face. Learn how to act in public, you stupid cunt. I said, you pilau. I started saying all the Hawaiian, you pilau fucking, I mean, because that sucker literally whizzed past my face. And he was on my right side, and it whizzed past my left.
Yeah.
So he was like, whoa. I was like, yeah. I was like, I looked at him and went, oh, hell no.
And the bad part is because I know that she could take care of herself. I have never needed to defend this woman ever. Because anybody that's ever pissed her off, I fear for them. Mm-hmm. Like, they could try fighting her. She's not going to feel a goddamn thing until that person's in the hospital. And she'll be like, oh, fuck, man, he hit me.
Yeah.
So her friends are like, I said, no think I don't even get her. When I pow with her, and you know, they're looking at me because I said pow.
Yeah.
Oh, grandma, you is ripped.
Yes,
right. I mean, like, she bumped into Josh.
No, she didn't actually get me, though. I don't know why she's apologizing.
She wanted to touch you.
Yeah.
She wanted to feel that manly shoulder of yours.
Live on the podcast.
Josh almost got molested
our adoring fans.
By grandma.
Is the Vegas walk again?
Oh, look, here's the Vegas. Oh, there's the Vegas walkers right there.
Well.
But anyway. They looked at me like, what the hell language is she speaking to us? I said, when I'm power with her, all the rest of you is going too.
Yeah.
I said, and I don't give a fuck if you guys come at me too, because I'm short, and if I don't get you in the face, I'll bite you in the motherfucking ankles, because I don't fight fair.
Is that going to be the next season of Thrones? Are they going to do another one where it was like, they got the White Walkers, but they didn't get the Vegas Walkers? Then you got to get the Night Queen and...
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I have been known to flip that switch from 0 to titter.
Yeah, you absolutely have.
I mean, and my whole face, the expression of my face, my physical demeanor, everything. Ask him. It just changes.
Okay, so now only in Vegas.
Oh man. Oh, poor. Oh.
It's a drunk Minnie Mouse.
It's drunk Minnie.
And now the bad part is, I know the people.
No,
that
it's
do this.
Minnie Ho.
I've actually met the lady that does Minnie Mouse on the strip. She's a really nice Latina lady. She was probably just tired as fuck, because they're out there for hour after hour after hour, hot, cold. They're out there forever. These people that walk the strip and they're in the costumes and
But then it makes you think, why can't they get a regular job?
Who wants to work a regular job?
They're independent contractors, and they make a lot of money. They make good money.
Yeah.
Like, they'll go home with $400 or $500 a day. I mean, if I had the figure, I'd stand out there in tight jeans and no shirts.
I completely understand not wanting to work a regular job because they fucking suck.
They got guys, and you know what's funny? I've actually seen a couple times on Freeman. They've got guys out there that will go out dressed up like the showgirls from the old Vegas shows, and they're guys.
I know some of my
The feathers and all.
some of my tea friends have gone out in their costume, and their costumes are way more grand than the regular girls that are out there.
Well, no, these are like straight guys who are not making any effort whatsoever to be anything but guys in showgirl outfits.
Now that you're slimmer, we'll
Yeah.
put you out there.
No.
Well, I feel like
Oh yeah,
See how much money I can make in a night?
that's right.
Do you want to run over to Chippendales and see if they even notice the difference?
I don't have those kinds of abs. They've got like 2% body fat.
Yeah, but I think
I'm still at like 20%
just
body
give
fat.
them the moves, man. Give them the moves. they don't know how moist you are yet. Once they do.
I'm sorry, but I dance like the proverbial white man.
Yeah.
His neck disappears when he dances.
Oh, there you go.
I've got like zero rhythm to
like
that.
his whole upper body gets stiff.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Ugh." It's like a turtle.
Yeah.
His
Turtle.
His head
Am I
and
not
his
turtle
neck.
enough for you?
Oh, shut up. And it goes into his shoulders, and then it gets stiff, and he's like
It's
like,
like a
"What is that?"
velociraptor. I mean, no. I mean, like a Tyrannosaurus
It's
Rex.
like a fucking T-Rex
Yeah.
dancing. Because
And if you can't tell, Brandy has a lot of fun at my expense.
and you don't do it to me.
Well, yeah, I do.
We did just call her vagina dust like 25 minutes ago. It's worth it mentioning.
Yeah, you guys were just calling me vagina dust castles.
Yeah.
And Dusty Squirrel.
Does.
So shut up.
No, Mike, I didn't ask you this earlier, but like, is there an actual way to navigate certain hills? Is it just an insurmountable task to navigate a tiny hill? A major
the
hill.
skinnier the heel is, and as far as like stilettos, then the skinnier heels, they're harder to navigate because you have to balance on them. Now, I can't really wear heels anymore, skinny ones. If I get any kind of heel, it has to be a wedge because I need that. I want to say girth, but I need that.
I got some girth for you, baby.
I need that width.
The width. Oh, the width. The width.
Of the wedge to balance, so
Got
I
it.
don't have to. I'm not wobbling. So like say I have wedge sneakers. So you see this?
No, they don't.
No, I'm telling Josh. I have wedge. I said I have wedge sneakers on.
Yeah.
So, it has an elevation to it, but I can walk in it because it's the width of the shoe. So any heels that I have now or for anyone else, if it's a thicker heel, it's easier to balance. And you see these, and if it's a platform shoe, it's easier to walk on because the platform absorbs a lot of the shock.
Well, see, like the Vegas walker we got, she's wearing platforms, but she's got like a size 4 foot.
No, but she can't handle the elevation.
Yeah, because it's like a 6-inch platform. It's ridiculous for a little tiny foot like hers.
So it's not only the wedge and the height, it's the elevation that's in it because the platform could be 3 inches, but the actual elevation of the back part of with the heel
it's like
could
being a
be
ballerina
6.
standing on your toes.
So she's dealing with the 3-inch or 3.5-inch elevation. I mean, inside the shoe.
Yeah.
And trying to handle the platform because you've got to.
But I'm also noticing that girl has got to be incredibly short when she takes those shoes off.
Yeah.
She's like 4 foot nothing. I mean, it's
So
tiny,
she felt like she had to add some.
She's a spinner. But
Wow.
and every guy out there knows exactly what I mean when I say she's a spinner.
I'm not a guy, and I knew what you meant.
Well, I like to assume
No,
that
but
most
I'm the
people are
anomaly.
somewhat
What am
innocent.
I? I'm the anomaly. I'm the
You
anomaly.
are the anomaly. I've always said you were the
Hey,
anomaly.
you
are not
informed
normal.
us about autoerotic asphyxiation. Remember, you needed to tell us the ins and outs.
Yeah, something about the orange.
I'm
The
the,
or- yeah.
the lemon.
lemon.
Does any sort of fruit work? Like, does it have to be sour? Can I, if I die, can it at least be a sweet fruit?
No, because it's not going to shock you.
Oh, it has to shock you.
It's that
What the hell
sour.
are you doing? What
Oh.
the? It's like you're on the verge of unconscious, and
Yeah, you're choking yourself.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Apparently, that lack of
Yeah.
that feeling of
Yeah.
choking and that almost being choked out, lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
It's supposedly an extremely euphoric feeling.
By the way, I think it is some commentary that they're wearing these 6-inch heels, and the thing that got our attention was this Pikachu beanie.
Yeah.
We immediately saw the Pikachu beanie.
You and I both were like,
We saw a
miss.
girl in a Pikachu beanie. We're like, oh
he's
yeah.
wearing like this skin-tight,
Yeah.
metallic colored silver,
I'm sure she
dress
was, but I
thing,
saw the Pikachu beanie.
red leggings, heels, and a Pikachu beanie. Like, not a single part of your outfit goes with any other part of your outfit.
So when you bone her, does she go pika pika?
I'm down. I'm down to find out.
Did she call you Jigglypuff?
Well, no, because if she's wearing the Pikachu, she can only say Pika.
Oh, she could only say
Pika,
Pika.
You know,
Poke me in my pika pika.
Yeah. It's like, do you ever have a Mew 3? God almighty.
Oh.
You know you want to bone Mewtwo.
Mew 2. What a world. What a world.
Yeah, we just went from
I'm glad, I mean,
lemon
I think-
squeezing to
I think my college education was worth it. I think it's paying off. I really think it's paying off. Yeah. Yeah.
I went to beauty school,
Yeah.
beauty college.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot. In
all fairness, Randy is this makes no sense. There we go. Brandy is incredibly talented as a makeup artist. One of these days, I'll actually get her to like do some makeup and post a picture because she is really, really good. It's, you know, just life circumstances have gotten in the way of her actually being able to do it as a job. You know.
Yeah.
But
I've had many opportunities and I've just had to very sadly say no.
yeah.
I mean, to the point where I have to go off to the side and I have cried about it because just angry at my body.
Yeah, and on a serious tip, you know, disabilities, if you know somebody that's got invisible disabilities, such as Brandy, I mean, when you see her on a day-to-day basis, when you talk to her and things like that, you'll never know. You'll never know.
People with chronic illnesses that are invisible chronic illnesses, we are the masters of hiding it.
Yeah.
We look like everything is hunky-dory on the outside, but like right now, the back of my spine feels like it wants to rip out of my skin. But you'd never know unless I told you, which I did. So
Right. And so all day tomorrow, she's basically not going to be able to get out of the bed. And I mean, we really love doing this podcast for you guys and everything like that. We don't mind doing it. We do love doing it because it takes us out of our normal day-to-day grind. But you know, when you have disabilities like this, if you know somebody that has an invisible disability, please be aware of that person. Don't forget them. Don't ever give up on asking them to do things because they may have to cancel. They may not be able to go the first 6 times you ask them, but they appreciate being asked.
I don't get asked to go anywhere. I don't even get calls
Yeah, because
Hi, hello. I mean, I have two people that call me, and that's excluding my brother and sister and my dad.
right, and it's sad because these are people that used to call. It's just that
And Eric,
because
who is my forever.
yeah, but it's sad because a lot of these people used to call her and ask her to do things, but because of her disability, she's had to cancel last minute a lot. And
Or they think, oh, she doesn't have the money. Because I'm sorry, but when you're on Social Security and not being able to work, it's not like you're balling. Not at all.
You don't make a lot of money. You can't afford to do well.
We're already living in a society too, kind of designed to make us isolated.
Yeah.
So it
So sorry to bring it down on the mood there, but it's one of those things that came up and is occasionally going to come up.
It's my reality, and
Yeah, it's the reality that your main squirrel girl has to live with,
and it sucks because I'm not old, but I'm not some young spring chicken either.
yeah,
But being declared disabled when you're 35 years old, that was rough. That was rough.
yeah,
And literally, I've read a lot of articles. There, a lot of people who have these chronic illnesses and disabilities, we go through a mourning period for the life that we used to have.
used to be able to live.
They used to be able to do. I can't dance anymore. I used to dance all the time. I can't do it. That's why I have chicken legs now.
Like trying to lose weight. It's difficult for her to lose weight because she can change her diet all day long, but the diet is only going to do so much if you can't be physically active.
Yeah.
And so it's next to impossible to lose weight because she can't be physically active much anymore. It's sad, but we want to hear from you guys. We want you to know that we love doing this.
And then you have people who open their mouth, who
Oh, have you tried?
shouldn't. No. Remember back home, I because we don't have a car here, I haven't bothered to go and get my handicap placard. But back when we were living home in Hawaii, I had a handicap placard. And I would literally have people tell me, you shouldn't be using somebody else's placard so you can park in the handicap parking. And I told them, that fucking placard is mine. You want me to limp to make you feel better? I said, you don't even fucking know me. Shut your damn mouth.
Yeah, and that's an issue that
Never judge the person who is. No. I mean, there are people who do abuse it, and I have seen it. But majority of the people who are using those placards and don't have a mobile device or something, a limp you can see, or
right,
a limb missing, it doesn't mean that placard does not belong to them.
There's a reason why in the customer service industry, when somebody says that they're disabled, you're supposed to just do what you need to do for a disabled person and never ask them for proof of disability. Ever. You never ask that, because when a person says they're disabled, you don't know what their disability is. They could have a heart issue.
And it's against it. They're right not to tell you.
Yeah, they don't. Well, they're free to tell you if they want to. They don't have to.
But they don't have to.
And the reason why is because they may have a heart issue that makes it so that if they walk more than like 50 feet, their heart starts fucking racing. You don't know. You can't see that. Are you looking at their heart? No.
Or if someone has like really bad asthma.
Right. It's not something that you're going to be able to see. It's not something that's obvious until they do their best to hide it because they don't want people's sympathy. They just want to live their damn life. But if you know somebody that has these disabilities, please be aware of them and be there for them, because it's rare enough that people that do have disabilities can get out of the house, and when they can, it's their...
We pay for it later.
It's their sanity, but they have to get out because if they don't, then it's just not worth being there.
But now, with the way the fucking world is, people shooting each other for a fucking chicken sandwich.
Well,
You know, it makes you
Keeps
not
some-
want to
keeps
leave
some
the damn
excitement.
house. I mean, I'm sorry, but shooting someone for a Popeye's chicken sandwich, like I said, if I bite into that sandwich, better be the best goddamn sandwich in the world, and then when I bite into that fucking sandwich, I better squirt like a motherfucking sprinkler, and if it's dust, it's dust, if it's wet, it's wet. But that better be the damn best chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's like
and
like
it
that
better
fucking-
talk to me and tell me, hey, baby, and everything.
Well, that's like that when we went to Total Wine and More, and we saw that bottle of whiskey that was $43,000.
$43,000.
You
And
could
Gregory
trade that bitch for a car.
Gregory wanted to rub his he was like, he was molesting the glass. It was in a case.
$43,000.
It was
it's a good
in a
place to
case,
start.
and he was rubbing himself on the case. Like,
It's just there's no-
Yeah. And that's where I got the White Claw.
Who was going into that Total Wine and spending $43,000?
I mean, like, you know, there's
It
people
was
out
like
there
a 60-year-old bottle of whiskey.
who
Yeah.
has that. People who have that kind
Not
of
going to Total
expendable-
Wine.
People who have that kind of expendable money don't think twice.
Well, that's like going into Total Wine and More and buying a bottle of Louis XIII,
Which they had to.
which they had Louis XIII. Yeah,
They
How much is that?
they had some
Louis XIII
amazing
is only like
stuff
a
in there.
grand a bottle.
Oh,
or
only like a grand.
between $1,000 and $3,000.
And
depending
No,
on-
but
I was more intrigued by the bottles than the liquor.
oh god,
because
yeah,
the
some of the tequila
bottles
bottles
were.
are fucking beautiful. And
Yeah.
Brandy won't even drink tequila.
No.
But
nobody should.
It's that alcohol that that meme you see on Facebook sometimes can name the alcohol that made you want to die. That you almost died from and you'll never drink again.
And
Tequila
9 times
is
out of
it.
10, it's tequila that people say.
It's the worst.
But you know what? Every person that says they hate tequila is a person who's had a bad experience with tequila and will never drink
it's
it
not
again.
because of the actual.
It's not because of the actual liquor and they don't like it. It's because they had a
Yeah.
bad experience.
I've had two.
I've had
I've
one.
had two. My
I've
two
had
worst
one.
were all
I've
tequila
never
related.
had an issue with any, and no alcohol has made me do
See, but
anything remarkable.
if it was just a tequila, I would have been fine. If the jackass from the other, because I used to work for this tour company back home, and we had two divisions, and if the fucking supervisor from the other division didn't put X into my water back, oh, dude. And found out why, because her nephew worked for her division. Apparently he liked me, and
so you got roofied.
they say no, it was
Yeah.
X. Wasn't roofie, it was X.
Same basic concept.
I got
It's
drugged.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, always check it. But they were like the catamaran. They were catering to us, so they were just bringing us bottles and bottles of alcohol. So that's when I came home, and I was my ex-fiance back then. I came home, they could hear me fiddling with the door, and he's all yelling at me, the door is unlocked, and I'm still trying to open the door. I opened the door, and I proceeded to close the door with my head. And I just like cartoons where you see people melt down, that's exactly what happened. And he caught me by under my armpits and like dragged me to the room.
Jesus.
Real quick, because I know we're hitting the end.
We're getting close to the end here.
Okay, Boomer, your thoughts.
Okay, who?
Okay, Boomer.
You don't know about that thing now? Apparently, the baby boomer generation, like how all people always complain, the millennials.
Just
now
lecture.
now the millennials are coming back at them, telling them, okay, boomer.
And they're getting angry about it.
And
And it's one of my favorite things that's ever happened.
It's becoming an
Look.
insult.
No, I get it because the.
You know what? I just heard about it maybe earlier in the week, and I looked it up about what it was. I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, boomer. I was like, I thought they were talking about a dog.
From our customer service experience, it isn't 23-year-olds who cuss me out. It's 78-year-olds who have called me every name under the book. So I don't want to hear about how young people nowadays. No, fuck that. Fuck that.
And honestly speaking, a lot of people, and where young people are doing stupid things, Tide Pods.
Oh, of course, but old people did dumb things as well.
Just different dumb things.
The generation argument is just distracting
us. Came up with huffing gas.
Yeah.
I mean, but
and glue
and
paint.
Right, they're the ones that came up with lead paint. Come on now.
Yeah,
but you have every generation is going to blame every generation
for ruining everything.
The older generation is always going to say the younger generation is rude.
Yeah.
The younger generation is always going to say the older generation are crotchety old fucks.
I'm a Generation X.
I'm a Gen Xer too.
Yeah.
You're Gen Y, aren't you?
He's No.
I think I might technically be.
You're like right on the edge of millennial.
Between Y and millennial.
Yeah. I'd have to look at the actual. I don't know. Well, that's part of the problem with millennials. It's just become a catch-all term for like people who are younger than me.
Yeah, it's people younger than me, liberals.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
But it's the baby boomer generation. They went, and they're the generation that dropped the taxes on the rich. They're the generation that kept, wages low. They were like full on
that was the
make money.
Generation that the whole marketing was a big thing.
Yeah. Marketing was a big thing. Everything became much more commercial.
Marketing and the stock market.
Yeah. Everything.
That's when you had junk bonds and all of those pyramid schemes popped up, and
everything became much more commercial in the baby boomer generation. And then as the Gen Xers and the Gen Y, they were like, well, we kind of fucked up and we were assholes and we did some stupid shit. Let's start fixing it. And then the result of that is now we have the millennials that are like full bore. We need to fix this shit now before there's nothing left to fix.
Yeah.
But then you've got the overly sensitive millennials who think everybody should eat plants. And I'm gonna bitch about vegans. If you're a fucking vegan, have at it. Yeah. But you wear shirts. You make it a point to tell everybody at any given moment, any opportunity, I'm a vegan. You shouldn't eat meat. Blah 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 blah.
Any social group, generation, age, blah 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 blah. They have their extremist group segments that take it too far, that make the whole thing look bad. It's like
it's not like I wear a shirt that says meat.
You had your hippies.
I was talking to somebody the other night online where I was telling a story about when I used to DJ at a bar in Hawaii, the Halekoa, at the Barefoot Bar down by the beach. And I would constantly have the dance floor packed. People were having a great time. But there was one crotchety old 3-star general that decided he was going to complain to hotel management in a military hotel. Well, when a 3-star general complains to, retired or not, complains to management, management listens. It's a military hotel. He outranks them. So, because of that one person, nobody got to hear the music anymore because I had to keep the music volume down. I wasn't allowed to play rap, hip hop, or anything that could remotely be danced to. He wanted nothing but like rock and country. And so the whole bar vibe disappeared, and they actually lost a lot of business because of that one person's complaint.
And it wasn't just during his stay. They kept it.
Yeah, they kept it that way because one person made a big enough stink about it. And so every group has their really loud segment. And that really loud segment makes the whole group look bad, whether the whole group is bad or not. I mean, you can say that about any general group, be it religion, age range, nationality. You have one little segment that can make the whole group look bad.
Agreed.
So, be awesome to each other.
That's what I think. We're all fighting for the same thing ultimately. We're all fighting
be
for
awesome
the same
to each
thing.
other, listen, and you know what? You may find you've got more in common with others than you think.
Old people be nice to the young people be nice to the old.
Never know, you might learn something from each other. Anyway, that would be the end of our squirrel moral tangent.
Yes.
Yeah, this one was a little bit more on the serious side.
Well, with the exception of
Partner
dust castles in the skies.
Fuckers.
So this is your squirrel.
Would you rather go by Dusty Springfield or Dusty
no.
Baker? It's up to you.
Your squirrel wrangler signing off.
I don't know, Hourglass.
Your dark squirrel and
Dark
squirrel
squirrel.
girl. We're all out of here. Hope you guys liked the episode. Love you. Aloha.
Aloha.
Be moist.
Be moist.
May the moist be with you.
Dust castles in the sky.
Hello, this is Josh, your dark squirrel, coming to you over the sweet sounds of Taylor Swift. I'd like to thank you guys for listening to the Squirrel Tangent. You love it, don't you? And you know what? You're an elite. I'd like to give you all the external validation for listening to this wonderful podcast. In exchange for this validation, shoot us a like on Facebook. Maybe slide us a few shekels on the Patreon, patreon.com/thesquirreltangent. That'll help Greg, Brady, and I bring you more episodes and more wonderful content. Thank you very much.